Welcome to a brand new explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most infamous expanses of water on planet Earth. You know, a place completely wrapped in rumors, fear, and decades of chilling folklore. It's captivated explorers, scientists, and theorists for absolute generations, and today we're separating the myth from the reality.
A place where planes, ships, and people just vanish without a trace? I mean, it sounds literally like a science fiction script, right? But this is the very real reputation of the Bermuda Triangle. And the crazy thing is, despite decades of massive technological leaps in radar and tracking, even our top scientists haven't been able to fully unpack the definitive reasons behind every sudden disappearance here. It remains a staggering modern enigma.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The Devil's Triangle Mystery.
So if we look at a map, our proverbial mystery box is anchored by three specific geographical points right in the middle of the Atlantic. We're talking Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Connect those dots, and boom, you get that legendary geometric shape. Now keep in mind, this isn't some isolated, hidden cove. It's a massive, heavily traveled expanse of open ocean. Yet, for those who know the lore, crossing these invisible lines brings a really profound sense of dread.
In fact, the area has actually earned a much darker nickname over the decades, the Devil's Triangle. Honestly, it perfectly captures the sinister reputation these waters have earned. When you hear Devil's Triangle, you instantly know you're dealing with a place where things defy logic and just go terribly wrong.
Moving on to Section 2, the 1945 Flight 19 incident. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer terror of what can happen out there. Okay, picture this. It's 1945. 5 military planes head out on a completely routine training mission, nothing out of the ordinary at all. Suddenly, the pilots radio in to report complete compass failure. They are entirely disoriented. Shortly after that, all 5 planes carrying 14 men vanish forever. But here is the most chilling part. The rescue plane that was sent out specifically to find them also disappears, taking 13 more lives with it. No wreckage, no survivors, just wiped away.
And it's definitely not just the skies. Countless maritime vessels have also disappeared in this area without sending a single distress signal. For example, massive ships like the USS Cyclops, which was carrying over 300 people, suffered this exact same sudden, silent fate. It's like one minute they're sailing steadily, and the next they are entirely erased from existence, leaving behind absolutely nothing but empty water.
Which brings us to Section 3, decoding the theories.
Because human beings desperately need answers. When faced with the inexplicable, the theories wildly diverge. So the crucial point is just how extreme that spectrum is. On the paranormal side of things, some folks firmly argue for an alien connection, like literally extraterrestrials actively snatching vessels away. Others point to a strange underwater magnetic force wreaking havoc on navigational instruments. But strictly scientific views take a much more grounded approach to the exact same phenomena, pointing to highly volatile, localized storms and exceptionally powerful ocean currents, like the Gulf Stream, as the real culprits.
Section 4. The shocking reality.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the ultimate statistical reality check here. Officially, the number of accidents in the Bermuda Triangle is actually not higher than in any other normal, heavily navigated region of the ocean. That is the undeniable truth that grounds the whole myth. When you factor in the sheer massive volume of ships and planes crossing that space every single day, the proportion of accidents is entirely average. The lore, the eerie radio silence, the vanished rescue planes, it's simply outgrown the math.
Which leaves us with one final thought on the screen here. Is the Bermuda Triangle just a natural mystery fueled by strong storms, active currents, and perfectly average statistics? Or is something genuinely hidden from the world? What do you actually believe? Take the theories, the geographical facts, and those chilling historical incidents, and form your own conclusions. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning the narratives, keep looking at the data, and I'll catch you on the next deep dive.